Why, hello, everybody. Eric Vierthaler 92, aka Eric the Tyrannoceratops, here once again. So, tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of Things That Piss Me Off, Dinosaur Deniers, the movie. And I've already reviewed it myself. So this is not a review. This is more of a retrospective. My subscribers know that I've struggled with depression in my life. I am open and honest with my subscribers. I've had people bullshit me, and I didn't like it, so therefore that should give me a good reason not to bullshit with other people. Making movies is tough. It's really tough. I tried getting one made for a good chunk of my life before I made the first movie. And I wasn't getting anywhere. So I believed that me pursuing filmmaking was just a waste of my time. So I was just going to pursue something else instead. I truly was convinced that it just wasn't meant to be. Then some things happened. I was invited to karaoke by my friend Ben. And that was revolutionary for me in my life. It was at that moment when I realized that there's something there with me and entertaining people. I want to make myself clear, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but the flood of compliments that I would get my way definitely was an ego boost. And no, this is not me saying that, I'm better than you because all these people would applaud for me at karaoke, all these people would flood me with compliments. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that was my realization for my own self-worth. Another thing that really discouraged me was, I've heard this a lot, especially in high school. The teachers and some of my classes that I had, they would talk about jobs for us to have in the future. And they would say, okay, plan a realistic job. And everybody at school would say, yeah, pursuing acting or a band or anything big like that, that's just unrealistic. Like, that's ever going to happen. I heard that a lot. That discouraged me as well. And with the disaster of Dawn of the Dead, I was convinced maybe it's just not meant to be. That realization and making the first Things That Piss Me Off movie made me realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't give up so easily. Sometimes people just need to take their break, And people have been honest with me saying that the first movie is not the best. Some people have been kinder about it, saying that it is competently directed. I appreciate that. But some people have been brutally honest, saying that they thought the movie was flat out terrible. And some people try to use that as a straight up insult against my character. But what a lot of people don't realize, usually when a filmmaker makes their first movie, usually it's not that good. So the fact that my first movie may not have been the best, what do you expect? And to be honest, yes, I tried hard enough to at least get it done, but my heart wasn't as into it as it was for the second movie and as it was for the movie that I'm making now. So I think that's also, and I think that it shows in the final product itself. Yes, I made a lot of mistakes making it. If somebody were to tell me, oh, this is wrong with it, that's wrong with it, I'll go, yep, I totally understand. Now, I'm not going to mention any names, but there have been a lot of filmmakers where somebody criticizes their work. They get arrogant about it, saying, oh, well, you just don't understand the movie. You just don't understand my vision, or you're just sexist, or you're just racist, or whichever ad hominem attack. But that's not what I did. I took the humble approach. Rather than being defensive about it, I took that constructive criticism to heart, and I used all that to make the next product even better. Because filmmaking truly is about growing with your craft. Filmmakers have to realize, yes, you should make the movie entertaining for you, but you have to realize you're not making it just for you. Well, when you make a movie, when you make a product, you are expecting other people to get involved and invested with it. People do not want to waste their time. If you're going to make the product only to please you and not anyone else, you are destined to fail. Because you want to make other people want to, pay their ticket, pay the DVD, pay for streaming, whichever, into your product. You want to make it worth their time, worth their money. Alfred Hitchcock once said this. I'm probably paraphrasing, so sorry if I don't get the quote exactly, but at least the gist of what he said. You have to respect the audience because they are the ones paying to see it. Without your audience, then you have nothing. A good example, I know I've brought this up as an example before with other things, but take the old design for Sonic the Hedgehog for an example. People hated it. And people made it very clear, including myself, we're not going to pay money. We're not going to invest 2 hours of our life that we are never going to get back looking at that hideous thing. Because it's so unpleasant to look at that we don't want to waste our time. And you have to applaud the filmmakers for this. Rather than them being arrogant about it, they took that constructive criticism to heart and they used it to fix what was wrong with it. So it absolutely does matter what the audience thinks, because if the audiences don't want to watch your movie, if the audiences don't want to pay to watch it, I'm going to be direct, it's going to be a lot harder for you to make it as a filmmaker. It truly is. It's going to be a lot harder. And again, I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't want to take all of the credit. I wouldn't be where I'm at now if it wasn't for all the people who've been involved with my journey. Everybody. You all know who you are. It'll take too long for me to name every single name. I'm picking up Simba from doggy daycare. But you all know who you are. I am proud of the first movie. Yes, it's not perfect. Yes, it has its flaws. I will admit that. But if it wasn't for that movie, I would not be where I'm at now. Now on building up my connections with some celebrities in the film industry. I now have a shot with SAG, and that is huge for me. So, despite my first movie not being that great, maybe I'm being too hard on myself. I'll let you, the audience, decide on that. Despite the movie's flaws, I am still proud of it. It's hard for me to even imagine where I even would be nowadays if it wasn't for that. Yes, I want to give myself credit, but I don't want to take all of the credit. And to everybody who has been involved with my journey then and now, I just want to thank every single one of you. And a quote that I live by, it's a quote from Jim Carrey. One of the reasons why he's my idols. Life opens up opportunities for you. You either take them or stand there being afraid of taking them. I could have easily been too chicken to take that chance with SAG, because a lot of people would be too chicken to take that. Not me, because I don't want to someday later down the road when I'm like 60 or 70, I don't want to have to look back on that and go, man, I really should have taken that. No, I'm taking it. And as far as the whole thing about people trying to discourage you from filmmaking, saying, oh, that's unrealistic, it's never going to happen. Jim Carrey also said this. Jim Carrey's father, Percy Carey, was wanting to be a comedian, but he decided to, I guess, have a more safe job as an accountant. That job as an accountant did not work out. Then Percy Carey and Jim Carrey's whole family was struggling financially because that didn't work out. So Percy told Jim this. You can fail at what you don't love, so you might as well should take a chance at what it is that you do love. Because that safe job, there's no guarantee that's going to work out. And I've seen that happen plenty of times where that safe job does not work out. And to anybody who says it's unrealistic, if it truly was that unrealistic, then we would not have real life examples of people being successful with it. Yeah, you have to work hard, but that's how success happens. You have to work hard. And you have to go through trials for it, but it will be worth it. And that inspired Jim to pursue his dreams, and look at where Jim's at now. One of the most successful and most famous people in the whole entire world. So what Percy Carey did to inspire Jim now has inspired me. I don't want to make this video too long. I think you all get my point. I don't want to be too redundant. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you all for watching. You all have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.